Success is the transmutation of thought into whatever it wants it to be. Whatever physical equivalent it wants to be, whatever spiritual equivalent, whatever monetary equivalent. That is success. Success is the transmutation of thought into its physical, monetary, spiritual equivalent, whatever equivalent. Any sort of thought should be it should be taken into consideration, because those thoughts, you never actually know that they might like save a dude, you know? Like having just one unordinary thought changes your entire view. In the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, it talks a lot about transmutating thought into its physical and monetary equivalent. The reason why is because if you're able to get in contact with infinite intelligence, which is like it's not God, but like because of the the mind, your mind can literally create anything. It has its own physical reality. If you're able to take control of your mind and just like create whatever in it, literally you can create an entire world. There's a reason why people have like so many like mental disorders, because the brain is too complex. If you're able to take control of the brain and take any idea out of it, bro, you've basically mastered infinite intelligence. And that's basically what Think and Grow Rich talks about. That's what infinite intelligence is that you're able to create any sort of thought into your brain and just take that idea out and possibly put it into its physical equivalent, to its monetary equivalent, and become that. And that's how you become rich. That's how you think and grow rich, is that you transform thought into its monetary physical equivalent. A lot of about success is solving problems, solving problems on how to do a thing. But if you're not able to solve a problem, like with all the solutions that exist in the real world, that's where infinite intelligence becomes handy. Now, with this in mind, this is why creative people like are so good. It's because they're able to judge it in a less biased view. A lot about meditation is actually like observing rather than acting upon thoughts. And so meditation actually aids with infinite intelligence, because it allows you to only observe the thought. You don't really like think like much about any sort of opinion about that thought, any sort of belief that might be against that thought, or maybe any belief that's for the thought. It's about what it is beneficial for. Believing that is beneficial is not the same as it is beneficial, because your mind can believe it, but you might not believe it because it might just not be true. But there's also you gotta look out for that, because there's a Confucius saying that the person who says that they can and the person who says that they cannot, they are both right. So I'm going to contradict myself here. Think and Grow Rich also talks about belief. Belief that something is able to turn into another thing. Belief, if it's a chapter about faith. So it's faith that you're able to do this thing. Faith that it will happen. Like, it talks about like this one guy that was like trying to get on Thomas Edison's team for like invention and all that. And he was like, he had like so much drive, but every single person called him crazy because like it's kind of like hard trying to talk to a famous person, let alone one of the famous inventors in the world. And so that sort of predicament caused him to actually be one of like a team member in Thomas Edison's like board. He had a lot of drive, and it's not just about drive, it's about action too. This man took so many actions, like, bro. And that's why Thomas Edison like liked him so much. And also he knew about the philosophy in the in the book that it preaches about, is that you're able to create whatever. You're able to transform thought into its physical equivalent. I mean, that's how Thomas Edison became famous, is that he transformed thought into the physical equivalent. And that's why he's so good. That's literally how he got that's how he got famous, is that he transformed whatever thought into a new invention. I mean, there's a quote by Thomas Edison that says, "I haven't failed 1,000 times. I just found 1,000 ways that didn't work." Which, I mean, you got to take that quote with a grain of salt. Yeah, of course you did fail 1,000 times, bro. It's just the ego talking. But like, yeah. Thought is success is the transmutation of thought into its physical equivalent. If you're not able to conquer that, then yeah, you're not gonna be that successful, unless you have a mastermind group, which Think and Grow Rich also talks about. I should probably post a book summary about like Think and Grow Rich, because like it has like a lot of content in it, and I'm able to just like talk about like each and every single chapter and get that off of my chest, make that transform that thought into physical equivalent. Remember that, future Tony. I love you, Habibi.